Hey everyone, what's going on? Nando here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I was actually just about to work out and go downstairs and just hit some legs, traps, and core. And I figured why not just vlog my entire workout, because you guys were always asking me, Nando, how do you train? When do you train? Why do you train those certain muscle groups? So today I'm going to be taking you through a very in-depth video on exactly how I train my legs, traps, and core. And maybe this is something I can kind of just continue on doing in my YouTube channel if you guys like it. So please comment below after this video is done to see if maybe you guys want to see how I train other muscle groups during my week. So I'm really excited to show you guys this video. Let's get right into it. First things first though, let's show you the fit of today's workout. We got the Nike Pro sleeveless tank with the 5-inch shorts and the high socks. Now usually when I do train my legs, I like to, have the short shorts on. I don't know why, maybe because I'm training legs. But if you guys are looking for some new tank tops, these Nike tank tops are really nice, like really fitted. I'm wearing a size large and it is the Nike sleeveless tank. So obviously this wouldn't be, a video without a little bit of some fashion into it. I always like to match my outfits when I do train. It just makes me feel good and just makes me, work out a lot harder. So when you look good, you feel good, you train good, and you're gonna train harder. So make sure to actually just, put together, even if it is just an all black outfit, make sure you feel nice and ready to go for your workout. Let's do this. Though that I really try and focus on when I do train now, after I have been through some injuries and stuff, I always take the time to actually really warm up. So I'll go ahead and start my Apple Watch here, and I'll actually just take you through exactly what I do to kind of warm my legs up in order to kind of just get the blood flowing throughout my entire body, just to make sure that my joints, everything's nice and opened up. Like, you don't really want to hold a stretch for too long before you train. This is more of active stretching, right? So you're just moving the body around, getting all the muscles flowing and stuff like that. So that's really important before you actually train certain muscle groups. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my leg warm up. Done, my legs are nice and warm, my body's nice and warm. I'm ready to get into my first exercise. First exercise, we're going to be going wide stance goblet squat. So just outside shoulder width. I'm going to be doing about 4 sets of 8 to 12. I'm going to try and go as heavy as I can. So for myself right now, I'm probably holding 60 to 80 pounds when I'm squatting with only a 90-second rest in between. Very important that you actually take those rest times in order to complete the circuit, very effectively, right? So you don't want to break too long, because then, it's going to be easier each set, right? But you want to pick something where, the next set is challenging, but not too challenging. So that's why with an 8 to 12 rep range, the fitness gurus say that you should rest at least 90 seconds, even 2 minutes sometimes, depending on how heavy you are going. So I will be taking about 90 seconds. Let's get right into it. And I think 60 feels a little bit light right now, so probably jump up to 80. But very important when you are squatting, right? You're not allowing your knees to cave in, right? Very important, you keep your toes. I always say, keep your knees in line with the toes. So if your knees are, kind of collapsing inwards as you're squatting, it's gonna be really bad on your knees and stuff. It's just not proper. You're not gonna fire out the proper muscle groups. Squat is a very compound movement. It's gonna target your entire body, your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, right? So in order to do that, please make sure to kind of drive the knees outwards to the side, right? So when you are going down with a dumbbell, you're not doing this, you're keeping the legs out, right? So a good kind of idea is to think about your elbows going to your knees, right? That's exactly how I kind of, do the squat. That's what helped me kind of think about it. So I'm gonna get into this next set, and I'll see you guys at the next exercise. Finished my last set there with the 80-pound dumbbell. Now usually on any kind of set I do with any muscle group, I always throw in a drop set, some sort of superset to really fatigue myself on the last set. So right now, I just finished that goblet squat I'm going to be going into now explosive jump squat. I'm going to be aiming for a high rep range, 15 to 20, to really drive a lot of blood flow into my legs, right? So let's go. It's important to push yourself on certain movements, right? So if you're somebody with bad knees, I would suggest really jumping. Maybe you just throw in a regular body weight squat. At the end, I really like to, incorporate my weightlifting with my body weight. So kind of getting the best of both worlds of that body weight training and that weight training, right? So a little bit of calisthenics too. Jump squats is a very calisthenic movement also. So do not neglect body weight movements as I do them very often, paired up with every muscle group, right? So next exercise I'm gonna be going into today is a Bulgarian split squat, one of my favorite leg workouts to do. It's probably the main staple in training my legs, and I just find it really targets my quads, my hamstrings, my glutes perfectly. So let's get right into it. I'll be showing you exactly what that looks like in case you don't really know what a Bulgarian split squat is. That's something I prioritize when I'm training my body, is to incorporate bilateral and unilateral movements. Meaning bilateral is an example of the first exercise you saw me doing, which was a squat where both legs were involved in the movement with powering up. Unilateral movement is when one side of the body is working and the other side is not. So what you just saw in that exercise there, the Bulgarian split squat, my right leg is working, my left leg is not. So the reason being why I do that, first of all, is to make sure that both sides of the body are very, very strong and equally as strong. But more importantly, you don't want to have any muscles bigger than the other, right? So you can work on that by training each side of your body, to make sure that your physique is in line, right? It would be weird if you had a little bit bigger leg than the other, right? So sometimes the cause of that is when people do squat, even myself, when I squat, sometimes you're powering up on only one side, you don't even realize it, right? We always favor one side more than the other. So that's why it's really important to actually isolate each side of your body in order to, maintain muscle mass on both sides, right? So very important. I continue. I'm only going to be doing one more set of this, and then we'll do a little bit of some hamstrings, and then moving on to some traps and core. Finished my last set with my dumbbells. So like I said, I always do a superset with a body weight movement. So I just finished the dumbbells on my right leg. Let's go into that superset. So just a reminder that these are only, exercises that I've been doing. I've been doing these for a long time. And some of you just ask me, why just see the way I train? Well, this is the way I train. So, if you're just starting out, and you're just a beginner, please don't do those jumping exercises, right? Instead, just go up and down, right? Just do the form and just get the form down properly, right? So I once, a long time ago, I actually hated training legs, to be honest with you all. And, it actually is very important to train your legs, because not only you're gonna burn the most amount of calories when you train your legs, but you're gonna enhance your testosterone levels through the roof, right? Legs are half of your body, guys, right? So important to train. It's gonna make your upper body stronger, to make your chest press stronger, your pull-ups, everything. So it's gonna release those testosterone into your body so that you can, get stronger throughout your entire body, right? So that's why I have a little trick and tip for you guys on when I train my legs, I pick a certain muscle group to pair with. Example, let's say you're someone that, your arms are lagging, your biceps, your triceps. At the end of your leg day, because your testosterone levels are already so enhanced and so high, incorporate your arm day at the end of your leg day, pair it right with it, because it's gonna cause a lot more blood flow to that area because your endorphins and your testosterone are so high. So very important that you guys do that, and so I actually never knew that, to be honest with you. I realized that after probably 3-4 years of training that, it's actually really important to pair up certain movements or certain muscle groups that, you are lagging your body to bring up, right? So for me, it was always my chest. So I used to, at the end of my leg days, I used to throw in like an incline bench press or a fly or something like that. So just to really bring my chest out, and it actually helped, right? So very important. You guys can actually look that up on Google and stuff about how important it is and how beneficial it is to actually train your legs. Those are just some things that just came to the top of my head right now, but there are a lot more. So I'm just gonna be doing now a little bit of some hamstrings. Now you're gonna say, but Nando, you only did 2 sets. Well, I'm just doing legs now to kind of maintain size and strength and athleticness. So I'm not really going for that bulky look anymore. I'm just more trying to sustain my size in my legs, and that's it. So I don't have to, I guess, kill myself when I train my legs anymore. So that's why I just do things now to maintain, and I train for longevity. I want to be able to work out for the next 30 to 50 years. So that's the way I train personally. So I don't know if you guys want to follow that with me, but I'm going to get right into this next exercise. A little bit of a tip for you when you are actually doing the Romanian deadlifts with the dumbbells is to actually think about in your head your waist coming back, right? So if you reach forward, you're gonna put a lot of pressure into your lower back. You don't want that, right? So as I'm doing that movement, I'm keeping the dumbbells nice and close to my shins, to literally just drag, like literally almost just touching my shins. And then I'm thinking about my hips coming back, right? If you keep your hips in the same spot and you're doing this, and you reach, you're putting a lot of pressure into your back, right? So really important, flat back, push the hips back like that, right? And you don't need to go lower than this. Anything lower, your back is gonna start rounding, and that's not gonna be very good on your lower back. So when you are just starting out this movement, please go light, right? Even me, I don't go crazy heavy on this. I just do it now because I just wanna maintain, like I said, muscle mass and maintain the pump in my hamstrings, right? So I don't really need to overload this exercise like crazy, because now over the years you get better at that muscle-mind connection where you can actually just focus on that muscle so much and not have to worry about, oh, I'm not gonna feel it if I don't go heavy. I feel it, believe me, right? So I'm gonna finish off this next set. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm gonna be doing for my traps and my core, so stay tuned. I want you guys to go through that, what I just went through on my traps. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna explain something that I find that just works for me also. So you saw there when I grabbed the barbell, I was grabbing a little bit wider. So the reason being is that if you grab the bar too close, you're gonna be really working more your neck and your levator scap. So I wanna work my upper trap. So the pathway of the upper trap actually travels in this direction, right? So when I drive up, like that, I'm actually isolating my upper traps. If I go too close, I'm doing more my neck, right? So as you saw in the superset, I then went behind my back to actually hit my levator scap, my upper traps a little bit more, and then again right to my side. But the main focus, I wanted to really fatigue my upper traps first, so that the rest of those exercises become harder and harder each time I pick up those plates. Another great movement, I got a breath. Another great movement you saw was the farmer walks. I'm holding those dumbbells nice and tight, not letting my shoulders collapse forward, pulling my shoulders back, keeping my scap nice and tight. So I'm really working, again, my traps, my upper back, my levator scap, right? So I love pairing that with exercise. I can't just do that farmer's walk, I guess, alone and just like break in between. It makes it a lot harder on the forearms when you're gripping the plates to actually just sit there and walk. That works a lot of your core as well. As you saw, I was taking nice slow steps every time I stepped forward, right? So that's an amazing circuit. Really, a lot of you guys can do that if you have been working out for some years now, and you want to kind of throw that in with your traps. I guarantee you, so that's called a tricep. A superset is when you do only 2 exercises. A tricep is when you complete 3 exercises in a row with limited break. So again, I'm not going crazy heavy either. I got maybe 145 on the bar there. I'm just focusing on driving up towards my ear, right? I'm not going fast. I want to be able to control the weight. This is how I train. I like to control the weight. I like to actually feel my body, my muscles when I am contracting on certain movements, right? Don't get me wrong, when I was younger, I would lift a lot heavier, but I guess with time and more experience and the better muscle-mind connection as you get older, you realize that maybe you don't have to lift crazy amount of weight in order to maintain your physique, in order to build muscle. So that's just what I've been doing lately. Don't get me wrong, here and then if I'm with some buddies or something, I'll like try and lift a little bit heavy for them. But when I'm most part, I'm really training for longevity, right? Really important to make this part of your lifestyle. And the worst thing to do is you get injured, because I've been through it, and it just really sucks, man. It puts you in a crappy mood that you can't work out properly. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this, and then I'll show you guys. I might even just do some lower abs today. Yeah, I might just do some lower abs. I might hit some upper abs maybe tomorrow or on Sunday or something. So let me go ahead, finish this last set. My traps are kind of getting fatigued now. So I'll see you guys when I train my core. I think I'm training probably 2 muscle groups that I used to hate training. For my first video like this, my first vlog, I couldn't stand training core for like the longest time, but I made a goal last year for myself around this time last year during the pandemic, the first wave. I said, you know what, I have all this time, I'm gonna really focus on actually strengthening my core. And I really focused on it. I actually didn't believe that if I were to train my core a lot more, that maybe it would pop out a bit, and it actually did. So I kept dropping body fat, and it made me more motivated to actually train my core. So start off training your core. Don't do what I did. Don't wait, because eventually you will drop down in body fat, and if you're not training it, you're not stimulating your abs, nothing's gonna show once your body fat percentage is nice and low. So really important that you train that layer, right? Really important, man. Like, I regret it, because I would have been probably a little bit stronger in my abs by now, but it's something I'm working on and working towards progressing every time I train them. But so I usually try and train my abs in a circuit form. So meaning I'm going from that hanging leg raise into the lying down reverse crunch. If you can't perform the hanging leg raise, I actually have a video on my channel that I posted a few months ago. And if you just tap up there in the top right hand corner, you guys will be able to see the video. It's my top 5 ab exercise, and I actually go over exactly what you can do to kind of progress into that movement. So I'm gonna go ahead here and just finish off the last 2 sets, and see you guys in the conclusion, man. I'm really feeling this workout right now. I was gonna go for a walk outside, but this weather's absolutely crazy, so I don't know. Comment below where you guys are from, what the weather's like right now. April's crazy, so I'm really curious to see where you guys are from, all right? That's gonna wrap up my workout for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it and kind of use some of those tips that I gave you to apply to your own workout sessions when you do train your legs and your core and your traps. Now, again, this is just the way I've been training. It's my opinion on how I've been going about working out the past, 5 to 6 years, and incorporating supersets and some of the exercises I do. By no means am I saying that this is the only way to train to get to your dream physique. I'm always trying out new things, looking into new workouts, and just really finding what works for you, right? That's all it's about. Fitness is a journey, and it's a lifestyle, and finding what's maintainable for yourself and what you can sustain for the rest of your life. And again, training for longevity. Don't forget that, write that down on your phone. But hey guys, if you like this video, please hit that like button for me, as it does really help out my channel grow, and subscribe, because I really want you guys to be a part of this community, man. I'm really excited for what's going to come on this channel, and I got great subscribers and a great community around me that really support me. But hey, I'll see you guys all next time.